What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn yet again. And, look, there's been a lot of talk in the last probably year or so that this thing is getting a remaster, remake type thing. And I think the writing's kind of been on the walls about this. And what we have today is, you get your PlayStation Plus, announcements and stuff. It's always an exciting time, around the industry. And as part of that, though, you get some games leaving. And one such game is Horizon Zero Dawn. So this was a tweet today. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is leaving the PS Plus Extra on May 21st. Now, let me just firstly say, not a great look. I know they're not trying to do the same thing as Game Pass. I think, and as time has gone on, and I used to say this even controversially back in the day, I think both are very good. There's a lot of talk on Game Pass, but I think PS Plus is actually very, very good. They have a lot of under-the-radar type games. They do have first parties. They just come later. It's not the same thing. I absolutely agree, and I understand. But it is an overall good program, minus probably like the classic stuff, like the PS1, PS2, that they definitely need to do more, for the classics. But it's just not a great look, I guess, from that point of view, right? Like Horizon, like it or not, and plenty of people don't like Horizon. That's totally fine, but it's a big franchise, and specifically the first game, it's actually one of the higher-selling PlayStation exclusives ever, period. So it's not a great look. Now, okay, well, why is it actually ultimately not that big of a deal? Well, it's going to get replaced. What people are speculating, and I very much agree with the speculation. Why are they removing it? Well, it's for a very simple reason. They're removing it May 21st, right? PlayStation Showcase might be like a week later. And you know what's going to be at that PlayStation Showcase? The Horizon, whatever it's called, right? Remaster, remake, whatever. Again, I guess there's not the greatest look associated to that one either, because you're eliminating something that is currently free with the subscription, of course. You're eliminating that, and then you're replacing it with a game that, and we have talked about this, what do you do? There's two main problems with this Horizon thing, right? Number one, the game came out in 2017, and I personally just don't think we're at a point yet where, especially if it's a remake, are we really going to start remaking games less than 10 years old? We were already on that very thin line with The Last of Us. It was, I think, 10 years, right? And that's already kind of debatable of, do you need to wait 12, 13, 14? When is the right time? So this game was 7 years ago. Is that the right time to remake it? No. Is it the right time to remaster it? Worse games have been remastered than Horizon, but it's still not something that I really like at all. And again, we've talked about it in the past. So that's problem number one. Problem number two, and you have to deal with it. Sony has to deal with it. Problem number two is, what do you do with the price? Because it's 7 years old, and because then it's debatable of what is actually all that changed about it, and then where does that go? Do you give it for free? Do you give it for $10? Do you give it for $40? Is it a $60 or $70 game? Heavens, I pray to God that it's not going to be that, but you never know, right? So that is something that, they do actually have control over that one. We'll see, what they choose there, but again, we've talked about some of this before. It's just, it really seems like the time is now, where not only are they going to announce it, I think, probably within 10 days, after this game is removed, but I think the game comes out this is probably a fall game. Maybe it's even in the summer. It could be a quick turnaround. So you're going to get a replacement for this on PlayStation Plus, but the thing is, it's probably not going to be on PlayStation Plus, right? It's probably not going to be free. It's going to be at least an upgrade type price, and maybe it's actually even more than that. So yeah, not great, but it's definitely coming. For those that maybe were doubting it, I guess this doesn't 100% prove it. But why would you take a big, again, like it or hate it, it's a big game, it's a big franchise. Why would you take it off of PlayStation Plus? What's the reason? The reason is to replace it with the newer version. I'm not, again, you can't say it's 100% sure, but I'm 99% confident that that is the reason why you would do something like this. I suppose it might not be, but I really think it is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Sound off. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.